This call is being recorded.
All right, hello everyone. I'm Gary Steele out of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to the Wednesday night call. More precisely, I'm not exactly in Atlanta, about 45 minutes north of Atlanta. I live a little bit out. However, traffic's just as bad. Anyway, welcome to the call tonight, Wednesday night call. Last week we talked about think about what you think about, the power of mind, and I went over what I've been contemplating for a while. Someone else just joined the call. Welcome to the call. I'm going to go ahead and mute you. What I've been contemplating for a while, and actually Alicia has a link on YouTube. If you weren't here last week, go ahead and pick that up and you can listen to it. So I really don't think people understand the power of mind, truly understand how powerful their thoughts are, the focus of what they think about. We talked a little bit about the law of attraction, the movie The Secret, and how in that movie, in my opinion, they didn't do it very well justice, because they kind of portrayed it where you could turn it on all of a sudden. It's like, no, it's always on. The law of attraction is always on. It's always attracting to you what you think about, what your frequencies are, where you resonate, what is the resonant frequency of yourself resonates out into the universe, out into the world, and you attract back to you the people, places, things, circumstances, and events to manifest your life. You've already been doing it. And that was the emphasis of that call. Was what I really wanted to get across last week was that you're already using the magnificence of the Creator to create your life. It hasn't been kept from us. It hasn't been kept from you. It hasn't been kept from anybody. It hasn't been held back. It's been given to all of us. So about 12 years ago, 13 years ago, I was driving down the highway here in Atlanta, and I was contemplating why is it that it seems like to some people it's so easy to make money. It's so easy to generate massive amounts of money, and then for other people it seems extremely difficult to generate big amounts of money, or this, that, and the other thing. And I just was focused on that idea, and I was saying there's no way the Creator would create a system where some people had an advantage and others didn't. Where some people, that it is just so easy for them to generate huge amounts of wealth, and for others to struggle. There's no way the Creator would create a system like that. So it really got me thinking, and then just out of the blue, it was like all of a sudden, almost like a bolt of lightning, this idea flashed through me, and I realized, no, wait a minute. The power already exists in every single person. Every single person is already creating their life exactly how they would love it to be, according to what their highest priority values are in their life. What is the absolute most important thing to them? Because every single decision that we make to serve our highest value. You guys have heard that before at the seminars. We have something that is most important to us. The 7 basic areas of life: physical, mental, spiritual, financial, family, career, and social. Physical, mental, spiritual, financial, family, career, and social. One of those is more important to us than the others. Then within that, there is something that is even more important or most important, and you can keep breaking it down until ultimately we all serve a master, and it's inside us, and it's what is most important to us. Every decision that we make is made to serve that highest value. So we manifest the unlimited creation power, the co-creative power of the Creator. We manifest it according to what is most important to us. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I sat there and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I've just unraveled the key to building wealth for every single person on the planet. I just sat there with tears streaming down my face, realizing, oh my God, I've just unraveled the mystery for every single person on the planet. The power already exists inside us to manifest our life. So, for those who are already, it seems like it's so easy for them to just manifest money, manifest wealth, and create massive amounts of wealth. I was like, oh my God, well, that must be what's most important to them. And then every other person on the planet who's not doing that, but they're doing something else, they're using the same creative power. We talked about this last week. The same creative power. It's the exact same creative power to create their life as anybody else that we look up to, anybody else that we fantasize with, anybody else that we infatuate over, that we put them up on a pedestal and we think, oh my God, they're so great, grand, and glorious, but yet I'm nothing but dirt relative to them. But the truth is we're equal because the Creator created us all. That spark of infinity lives inside every single heart of every single human being. So there's no discrimination there when it comes to giving the power to us. So I just sat there and had tears just streaming down my face. And oh my God, every single person on the planet is already wealthy according to their values, according to what's most important to them. And if they want to turn it into money, if they want to turn it into wealth, all they have to do is make that serve their highest value. So it takes a little bit of work, takes a little bit of effort. Pen, paper, pencil, paper. You're going to have to actually put it to paper and go to work and start to reprogram your brain on what's more important to you. Because we're all being manifested, we're all being blessed equally. The Creator does not discriminate. The Creator does not take from some and give to others, even though the appearance may look like that. That's not how it works. The Creator gives all to all. The Creator gives whatever anybody asks for to every single person. There's no holdbacks. There's no limits. Every single one of us has been absolutely perfect in manifesting our life so far in what is important to us so far. So if we want to begin to, because it's about form, and we've talked about this before, the only thing that exists is transformation, right? Transformation. The form of life is constantly moving. We're given the unlimited blessings of the Creator. They filter out into our life from what's most important to us to what's least important to us. And for most people, finances, the management of money, and the wealth creation is at the bottom of the list. So there's not much money left over for that. We're all given according to what's most important to us, the least important to us, and it's unlimited. There's no limit to it. So the form in which we are manifesting our life, the form in which we're manifesting, use the manifestation power of the Creator to manifest our life, it's equal to everybody else, and it's coming out, flows down through us, out into the world, according to us. Our importance, list of importances, not other people, ours. What most of us do, though, however, is we look at other people's accomplishments and we're envious of that. We're envious of what they created, but they used their list of importances to manifest their life as we've used ours to manifest ours. We may observe our life and believe that it's a life of lack because we don't seem to have as much as other people relative to finances. However, we have as much life as every other person. We've been given as much life as every other person alive. And we've created that life beautifully magnificently according to what's most important to us. As I said last week, if you could contemplate just that one idea that you're already using the manifestation power of the universe, you're already using it. The manifestation power of the Creator, you're already using it. The manifestation power of the infinite oneness of the universe, you're already using it to build your life right now. You're already magnificent. Your life's already beautiful. It's already a magnificent creation of beauty given to you through the co-creative powers that the Creator has given us. The Creator created all, given us unlimited ability to co-create, to mold, manipulate, and transform the energy of the universe into whatever we would love, and we're already doing it. We're already manifesting our life according to what we would love it to be. As I said last week, not the infatuated, the great, grand, and glorious version of what we infatuate with. No, the right here, right now, pain and pleasure creation of what we've already created. It's already magnificent. The beauty of it is untold, deep, magnificent. The love behind it is unfathomably deep. Given without limits, given without hesitation, given without judgment, the love that's given to us that allows us to create our life. There's no hesitation, no limit, no judgment, just love bestowed upon us. It's like we're fish in the ocean swimming in the water. Well, we're people on the planet swimming in the love. It surrounds us all the time, whether we see it or not. It's here at all times. It's never gone. It's always present, given to us 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, to do whatever we would love to do with it. And this right here, right now, today, every single day, every single moment, every single heartbeat of our life is the gift of existence, the gift of this game that we call life. It's the most magnificent gift ever bestowed upon anything, is the human being to experience life so that we can experience love, so that we can understand love, that it's around us all the time. And we're using it now, here, always, to manifest our life, always. It wasn't off yesterday and on today. No, it's on. It's on all the time. So as I said last week, why do we want to consistently beat ourselves up over what we've created instead of love and honor what we've created? Why feel less than? Why feel like we're less than someone else, put ourselves down? Why? Because we want to compare ourselves to somebody else, external to us, somebody else's creation, somebody else's values, somebody else's life? Why? We are as magnificent. We are as beautiful. We are as unlimited as any other person on the planet. We have chosen to use the power of the universe, the power of the Creator, the power of the infinite oneness to manifest our life how we want it to be, how we would love it to be, from the depths of our soul, from our heart of our hearts, from the frequencies in which we vibrate out into the world. It's as beautiful as anybody else's. It's as magnificent as anybody else's. So the idea of tonight's call that I told Alicia is I want to talk about prosperity mind versus poverty mind. Because as we talked about last week, the secret, the law of attraction, as they've talked about it, I would love to come up with a better term for it, and maybe I will someday. But the law of attraction, it states basically, and I love the one sentence that I've heard that describes it best. What you think about comes about, and then what you focus on expands. So as we talked about last week, you might want to think about what you think about. So that kind of lends itself to this idea of poverty mind versus prosperity mind. Prosperity mind moves without limits, without hesitations, and without judgment, and it just moves and flows. Poverty mind moves, has to think about things, has to move slowly, and so on. But if we observe our life, we have both. We live in a consistent and constant tug of war, we'll say, between poverty mind, prosperity mind. In our highest values, in what is most important to us, we have prosperity mind. It's unlimited. It flows freely, quickly, easily. It's like breathing air. Why? Because it's what is most important to us. There's always money for our highest values. There's always enough money for our highest values. Why? Because it's our innermost inspiration. It's our innermost love. It's what inspires us most. It's what moves us forward most. We have money, time, effort, resources for what's most important to us. That's prosperity mind. We have poverty mind in our lowest values. What's least important to us is always a struggle. We're always struggling in our lowest values. It seems like, man, why is it so hard? Why? Because it's not important to us. And then we begin to believe that we have lack, that we have an inefficient or an insufficient supply. No, it's just not as important to us as the other. So that's why it feels that way. That's why it's such a grind. So there's a consistent and constant operation between poverty mind and prosperity mind. Prosperity mind, we are unlimited, easy flowing, free flowing. We're the wealthiest people on the planet in our highest values. Our prosperity mind, we're the wealthiest people on the planet. In our lowest values, we're some of the poorest people on the planet. Add those up, the sum of those two, between our poverty mind, our prosperity mind, is our true value. What we believe we're truly worth is the sum of the adding of those two frequencies together, and that's what we manifest our life through, is that frequency. The true frequency of who we are from our heart of hearts. What we most believe we're worth is what we manifest. So it's why people go through cycles throughout the journey of their life. They'll go up on a wave. They'll be in prosperity mind. They might be riding an infatuation wave. They're up high. Everything's great. Making tons of money. Then they will attract to themselves the opposite. They'll start to slide down the wave, down into the pit, move into poverty mind, move into the feeling of lack, down to the pit. Then they'll spend a certain amount of time in the pit, and then slowly but surely they'll climb their way back up. Eventually they'll be on the top of the wave and then back down to the bottom of the wave. They'll make tons of money, then they'll destroy tons of money. They'll make tons of money, then they'll do whatever it takes to get rid of it, to get back down. And in the middle of that is where they truly believe they are. And that's where, if you look around right now, as I said before, you video your life, 7 days at least, watch the video, you're going to see what you believe you're worth. So you're going to see where you're vibrating at. You're going to see the frequencies of love that you're sending out into the universe. And as I said last week, it's not to belittle that, and it's not to put that down. For us to put it down, our own creations, no, it's to look at it and realize, oh my God, I'm already using the power of the Creator to create my life. Oh my God, thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Because the currency of God, as I said last week, the currency of God is gratitude. The more gratitude that we can stuff into our heart, the more gratitude that we can stuff into our life, the more gratitude that we can stuff into our bank account, the more it grows. So poverty mind versus prosperity mind. The reason I wanted to talk about those two things is you can begin to catch yourself, oh, wait a minute, I'm in poverty mind. Let me think more in prosperity mind right at this moment. Because as I said last week, what you think about comes about, what you focus on expands, and that is amazing. So if you think about what you think about, when you are able to catch yourself when you're in a poverty mind moment and be like, wait a minute, let me think about that with my prosperity mind. Let me think about that with my prosperity mind. What would prosperity do? I talked to Alicia about this idea, golly, I'll bet you a decade ago. Because she asked me, Alicia's been consulting with me for almost 20 years now. So in this particular conversation, and I says, Alicia, it's real simple. It's a simple question. In that moment, all you have to do is ask yourself this question. What would prosperity do? What would prosperity do? And make the decision according to that. Instead of, which the majority of us over the course of our lives, we're all guilty of it at different times, making the decision from what would poverty do? What would poverty do right now in this situation? It's like, wait a minute, hold up. There's an unlimited supply. There's no limit to it. We have full access to it 24 hours a day, 365 days a year of our life. The Creator's given it to us unlimited, right? Unquestioned, unjudged, which means I can be poverty mind or prosperity mind anytime I choose to. I can begin to manipulate the patterns of my mind, the patterns of my brain. I can begin to control it more and more and more by being aware of it when I'm in poverty mind versus prosperity mind. Start to ask the question, what would prosperity do? What would prosperity do right now? Wow, well, it would do this. Awesome. Well, let's do that instead. Begin to program our mind for the unlimited understanding that all there is for us is prosperity. That is all there is. If we choose it to be. Prosperity, it's around us all the time. Abundance is around us all the time to manipulate into whatever we would love. Well, wait a minute. What would prosperity do right now? What would my prosperity mind do right now? How would my prosperity mind handle this situation versus my poverty mind? Let me think about that. We'll do this. Well, great. Let's go do that. So over the course of our lives, we've used both many times. It has provided for us our life that we live right here, right now. The ups and downs of the prosperity mind to the poverty mind. It's created our life right now. So think about it. If you can get even the slightest idea, not the idea, understanding, and it comes by thinking about it, how powerful are you already in manifesting your life? Think about your life. The more you can see how magnificently manifested your life already is, and I mean from the trenches down in the pit when you're thinking, oh my God, it's absolutely horrible, to the top peak, all the way to the top, where you're like, oh my God, this is so great. When you can see those equal and opposite balance, your heart opens, and the only thing you can say is, thank you for my life. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my life. The more you're able to say that with a tear of gratitude in your eye, your heart open, snot may be pouring out of your nose, slobber may be slobbering out of your mouth, the deeper into gratitude you are, that's the state that happens. The more you're able to do that, as I said last week, the more the Creator is willing to give you to do more with. Why? Because you're appreciating the gift you've already been given. You're appreciating the manifestation that you've already created. The more you're able to appreciate what you've already done, the more the universe, God, the infinite oneness, is going to give you to do with. Those are the rules of life. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my life. The more you're able to stuff that into your heart, the more you're able to have that tearful, heartfelt, thank you for my life. Yeah, the positive peak, the negative trough, see them both, my creations and my destructions. I create and destroy on a consistent and constant basis of my life, equal to the frequency in which I'm vibrating out into the universe. And that is my creative power. That is going on in the universe, coming back and creating. That's the beauty. That's magnificent. Most people want to get stuck looking at the negative parts of their life and think, oh my God, it sucks. I'm horrible. I'm no good at anything. Wow, this, blah, 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 blah. Nasty. No, it's beautiful. Your positive peaks and your negative troughs are just as beautiful. Anybody else is in existence. Anybody else is in creation. It's just as magnificent. So the more you're able to see the magnificent power already working in your life, the more you're going to be able to create your life however you would love it to be. Most people live on autopilot. They're not steering the ship. The patterns are steering their ship, and we'll probably talk about that next week. The patterning that's running your life versus you consciously through your heart song running your life. How about that? How about get to a place where your heart song's running your life instead of the patterns of the past running your life? Either way, you're still using the magnificent power of the universe to create the life you're living. So honor it, love it, appreciate it, and the more is going to flow to you to do with. The Creator loves everything you've created. There's no judgments about it. The Creator does not think, judge, and reason. The Creator only gives 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, love for you and me and everyone else to do with whatever they would love to do. Doesn't think, judge, or reason your creations are good or bad, right or wrong. Just loves them with a depth of love that I'm certain as long as we're in this human form, we'll never be able to fully appreciate how freaking magnificent that love is, because we just can't handle it. It's too big. It's too great. It's too full. It's too powerful. If we were able to open up big enough to allow the full love that surrounds us all the time pour into us, I truly believe this body would explode into an infinite number of pieces, because it just can't handle how powerful the love of God, the Creator of the universe, that is loving us all the time, how big, how powerful it is. We just can't handle it. So we can just get little bits, little flashes, little pieces, little moments where we're crying so deep from our soul, thank you for my life. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my life. And it reciprocates back with appreciation. The more we appreciate, the more we're given to do more with, which is a sign of appreciation for appreciating what we've already been given. Inside you lives the magnificence of God. Inside you lives the magnificence of the Creator. Inside you lives the magnificence of the infinite oneness, the grand organized design of the universe. You're already using it every day of your life to build your life. You're already using it. You're already a child of God, using the power given to you to build your life. So start being thankful for it. Appreciate it for it. See it for what it is. Love it for what it is. And you'll be given more to do more with. Next time you're in a struggle, the next time you're in a situation, the next time you're making a decision, ask this question: what would prosperity do right now? How would prosperity handle this? Because you are unlimited. You have no limitations other than what we think we have. You are nothing more than a being of love, incarnate, walking this planet. You have unlimited power to transform and manipulate the love that surrounds you all the time into whatever you would love it to be. What would prosperity do? What would prosperity do? What would prosperity do? I love you guys.